Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Invasion stream, week 25, day 7. Of course we're done with invasions, however, we have a lot of fun stuff coming next week. So let's start going over that, and I'm just going to keep it up on screen I think now for every single Sunday video, because for whatever reason when I don't start it off on screen, technology likes being weird. So it does something that makes it not the screen priority. Like even if I set it up prior to the stream to be the screen. So as long as it's like visibly there, it won't like change the screen. So there we go. We got the right screen immediately. So let's go over all these troops then. We have quite a few things coming in next week. Not too much as far as Monday, but we're getting a new pet on Wednesday, and probably the most interesting faction we've gotten ever in the history of the game from a troop perspective on Friday. So yeah, let's start getting over those. So right off the bat, we have ourselves the Glory troop. This will be available for Glory. Also be available in event keys if you want to go down that route. But basically, this thing is a ultra rare. It'll give armor to an ally and then barrier all allies below them. This will ideally be used on your first slot, give your first slot a bit of armor, and then we'll give barrier to everything below it. This is kind of like an alternative Dragonian Monk. I still feel like overall Dragonian Monk is going to be way better, since it still has similarly the mana start on it, both of them. So I really don't see any instance where you'd bring this out, other than if you're color locked. Like for example, if you're on some kind of green-purple restriction where you can't use a brown-yellow Dragonian Monk. But in every situation where you can use Dragonian Monk is just a better troop. You get mana accumulation off of it. You can get 4 times barrier, and yeah, this is just 3 times barrier with an armor boost to the first slot. And that's assuming you even target specifically at the first slot. The only real redeeming thing it does have is it has 25% score reduction. So if you're using this probably in your first slot, it could be like okay-ish, but there's almost no instance you'd really bother using this instead of Dragonian Monk. So, yeah, it's pretty much going to be dead content. Still would get it probably for the green-purple. Oddly enough, didn't we just have green-purple this week? Hold up. Didn't we literally just have green-purple this week? We had, the String Fiddler. Wasn't he green-purple? Am I going crazy? Wasn't he green-purple? That's kind of weird. We got 2 of the exact same Arcane Trait Stone twice in a row. I don't think that's happened in a very, very long time, if ever. Like, literally the same Trait Stone back-to-back. But yeah, this is the same trait stone we just had right now. If you want to stock up on it, though, stock up now, not later, because they're actually 200 glory each right now. Even though the pack is 400 glory right now, you're getting 2 with that 400 glory. So if you're doing it for the trait stone specifically, they're 200 each. Whereas if you try doing it for this one, it'll be 300, so it's 300 each. So do be mindful of that. But yeah, that's weird. Exact same trait stone. Odd. But anyways, hello everyone, and then let me get into the other spoilers that we have. So hello Tom, hello James, hello Marbarashi, hello Adrian, hello Steve, hello Captain, hello Liz, hello Gustavo, hello Alan. Let's see. Hope all's been going well, thank you. Let's see. Actually today went really well. I just got back about an hour or so ago, or actually hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't know, somewhere around there, from Melting Pot. Ended up going there again. Had a lot of fun, ended up doing that for my birthday. I kind of celebrated it today because tomorrow I won't be able to. But yeah, so we basically just ended up celebrating it today. So ends up working out pretty nice. Melting Pot was as good as it's always been. Highly advised if you have one near you. Also, if you're in the Myrtle Beach area, request for Sam. I got him as my waiter all 5 times so far. I won't be going back there anytime soon though. Gosh, it is pricey. But a lot of fun and great for better experiences like this. Yeah, tomorrow's my actual birthday, but we'll celebrate it tomorrow night on stream, basically. Let's see. We'll have a few redeem codes for it, too, hopefully, for tomorrow night. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go ask Salty for more codes tonight. Thank you, me, for reminding me. I just realized that. I need to make sure I do that, because I have, like, 3 codes left. So I definitely need to make sure I get more from Salty, so we can actually hand out multiple tomorrow night. But anyways, hello, Drock. Hello, Runs. Hello, hello, Will. Hello, the Krill. Let's see. I feel like I'm starting to double up on names, but thank you everyone for the happy birthdays. Anyways, let me get into the next thing. Let me actually go over to this one, even though I'm kind of going out of order. So the next thing that we have here, this thing is going to be the new pet that we're getting on Wednesday. If you're wondering what that little unicorn thing that was for this Wednesday pet, it is a Divinian Fields bonus troop. So once we get this, we'll finally have a Divinian Fields bonus. This isn't really useful for too much, as other than if you're utilizing the hero class, there aren't too many teams from Divinian Fields where you'd bother building up an entire team. Also, thank you whoever just gave that donation.
A bit early, low.
Thank you. I actually do not have the thing up, so I have no clue what your message is or the thing. Luckily, it played out audibly. I guess I should probably go bring that up real quick. Hold up. I knew I forgot to set up one thing. That's going to be the one nice thing when I change to the other format, too. Is I would automatically have that up in my streaming program, which currently I do not. I actually have to open up like an individual little thingy thing for it. Let's see. Also, someone gave one 2 hours ago while we weren't even going. And thank you for that. Let's see, who was it? Yeah, Glitter ended up giving us one 2 hours ago randomly while we weren't even streaming. $5 donation, just saying, what was it? Let's see, thank you for all the great teams and guides. Much appreciated. Thank you. And the other one was, of course, PlayerDaniels. Thank you for the 25, who just said happy birthday, Tacet. A bit early. All good. But thank you a ton. Definitely helps out a lot. And of course, all this money is going towards new stuff for the channel, as we are spending a lot of money very soon on a lot of things. Mainly new PC, some new software for that PC, mostly all the Adobe programs, so I can actually start using Premiere and stuff for video editing and stuff like that. Still need to get good at video editing, but might as well have decent software for doing so. And a few other knick-knack stuff for the channel that I've been needing hardware-wise. But thank you guys, as all that money will be going towards that gigantic hole. Most of which at this point I'm probably just waiting for Black Friday deals, just because it's already so close to that point that I might as well just wait all the way there to see what's around and then make my decision as far as what I'll be buying. There's quite a few things will be quite a bit discounted at that point. So given that it's just around the corner, might as well wait at least a few weeks longer. But anyways, let's go and go over the other 4 troops. So these are going to be very, very, very interesting. Every single one of these has a twist to them that makes them all viable. It's probably the first faction in the game where every single troop is viable, but not only that, we're getting quite a few interesting mechanics being brought into the game, some of which weren't really previously in the game, like, for example, Reflect. It's technically in the game, but not really that usable. But others are completely new mechanics that we've never seen before that will have a lot of gameplay implications as far as what they can be used for. And oddly enough, I believe the Rare actually is one of the most interesting of them all. Anyways, let's start with the Legend, Namir Queen. This is the one from the new faction this Friday. All this is coming out this Friday as far as these 4. This one was from this Monday, this event troop. However, all 4 of these are for the new faction Friday. But as far as what it does, it deals magic plus 4 damage to an enemy, boosted by reflected allies at an 8 times boost ratio. So if your entire team had reflect on it, it would end up doing 32 additional damage to the target. And there's a 50% chance to summon a copy of that enemy. Oh yeah, this was also the interesting one. This has the same kind of effect that the other Mimic thing has, except slightly different. So basically, this thing is the first troop in the game, as well as the Rare from this kingdom, are both the first troops in the game that have the capability of summoning an enemy. This is extremely relevant because this means for the first time, people that don't own specific mythics or legends will be able to actually have them onto your team. You won't be able to do it as good with this troop right here, since you're kind of just trying to kill what you're doing, and it's not guaranteed, since you would need a spot open and all that anyways. However, this thing still has the capability to summon your enemy. So let's say that the enemy has like a mythic Ketris, and you don't have a Ketris. Well, you can still go and steal it from them, get the summon, and have a 50% chance, assuming you have a slot open on your team, to go and summon the Ketris that you just hit onto your team. So that's a pretty interesting mechanic to see how that exactly ends up panning out. The most noteworthy thing about this troop more so, given that the summon in most situations on this troop won't really be used as much, but still really good nonetheless, is the fact that it gives a random ally reflect whenever you do 4 times or 5 times matches. This will make it the best reflect option in the entire game, starting this Friday. So obviously if you want to start reflecting your entire team, all you have to do is go use the Mirror Queen. And just put one of those on your team, and you'll pretty much just get the entire team constantly keeping Reflect. Reflect is particularly good against things that have full AoE damage or similar damage sources, let's say like Queen Titania or Yagway, both of which are generally pretty annoying with how much damage they do. But you can simply go and double Reflect or quad Reflect to reflect back the damage that they end up doing. It's particularly good against things that had 4 slots, since you're going to be reflecting back 4 instances of damage, 50% each. So for example, if a troop does 30 damage to an entire team, to each individual one of those 4 troops, and you have 50% reflect on every single one of them, you're going to reflect back 60 damage in 4 instances of damage, meaning that even if they had barrier, they would still end up taking 45 damage. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out, as it's going to be a pretty decent hard counter to things that hit multiple enemies. And unlike things like Submerge, where it sometimes doesn't work, like against Infernus, this actually will. So if your Infernus is hitting on all 4 of your troops, you're still going to be reflecting back those 4 instances of damage, whereas something like Submerge does nothing against those instances. So it'll be really interesting to see how this mechanic pans out, as it finally brings Reflect as a viable option into the game, which, while it has existed for a couple months now, it's the first time that it's been viable. Next one is Copycat. Pretty nice art for it, too. As far as what this does is it creates 10 gems of an ally's mana color, and then there's a 50% chance to summon a copy of that ally. So basically, this is kind of the inverse of the other one. It's basically just a mana generator that has the capability of summoning allies. Oh, one thing I should mention that I didn't mention yet. It is confirmed that all of these things that summon a ally or summon a enemy and stuff like that are not capable to be used on heroes. They cannot be used on heroes. However, they can be used on anything other than heroes. So if they have a mythic on the opposing team, that will work. But if you are trying to do it on a hero, it will not work. What exactly happens, I don't know. I guess just nothing. But they said last Monday, I believe it was, or last Q&A, sometime pretty soon, like about a week ago, they said that it will not work on hero, unfortunately. But we haven't actually gotten to test it, so we'll see exactly what happens when we do try using it on hero. But supposedly, it does nothing on hero. But anyways, that's what that does. Does have Jinx, does have Air Link, so not too bad. It's not going to be exceptionally good. Out of the 4 troops from this kingdom, it's probably the least noteworthy, at least outside of the kingdom. For Pure Faction, it's probably going to be useful, but outside of Pure Faction for this kingdom, you're probably not going to be using it much compared to the other 3 options, but still viable nonetheless. So this one is basically another one of the golems. This one's a glass golem. It does exactly what you would think, given that it is a golem. It basically just gives a bunch of reflects to your team based on every single skull that you destroy. So if you destroy 4 skulls, it'll just give the stats effect to your entire team. Works very similar to every other golem in the game. The only real difference is that this one happens to do it for reflect. One other slight difference is that he only has armored. Normally they have like stone skin or something similar, but still has some skull reduction nonetheless. But yeah, it's basically just an option to 4 times barrier your team. Generally, being able to do it on an extra turn will be the better option. However, this is a alternative option if you didn't want to use the legend, or if you just wanted to build a golem team for whatever reason. Also, I believe this thing counts as elemental, so maybe if you were doing an elemental... Oh, no, never mind. It's fake construct. Never mind. Both of those are not relevant. Actually, I should probably have checked. What was... That's Fey. Okay, this one's only counts as Fey. I was hoping it would count as something a little bit more useful than that. Like an elemental or something. Like, normally these things count as elemental. Kind of weird that it counted as a construct. But yeah, it's basically just a standard golem, essentially, except for reflect. Now, here is probably the most interesting, which is kind of weird, because it's the rare. So, the doppelganger. This basically acts like a Ditto from Pokemon. It transforms into an enemy, and then curses them. So, the most interesting part about this is it transforms into an enemy. So, this is extremely relevant, for the main reason that this now allows people that don't own a current mythic to not only get the mythic onto their team, but to literally test the mythic in the exact same team composition that you would. So let's say, for example, you want to go and test, I don't know, let's say someone's Zugoff. So you end up putting a team. Obviously, you don't own Zugoff, and you probably won't own Zugoff for a while, but you still want to test it. So you end up making a team of something like Mountain Crusher, Doppelganger, Leprechaun, and like something else, just to test it out, see what happens. So now, obviously, you wouldn't normally be able to put Zugoff or something there, but now you can go into a PvP team, find a Zugoff or whatever mythic you want to go and copy, go and get mana on this very quick, just using Mountain Crusher or Leprechaun or other similar methods, and then steal the enemy, become the enemy, basically. You just go use this on the enemy, and then you end up becoming that troop, as well as cursing them. And boom, there you go. Your team is now whatever it was. So then it would be Mountain Crusher, Zugoff, Leprechaun, and whatever your 4th slot was. So he has Stealthy too, so he's not even going to be targeted. You can just quickly get him up. A little bit unfortunate that he doesn't have Fast or something, but you can 20% mana start him off the what's it called? The metal. He doesn't have any other half mana start, unfortunately, because Faye doesn't currently have one. But yeah, you're basically going to be able to build entire teams around mythics that you might want to test. You just simply build a team that you want to test the mythic of, put the doppelganger in the spot of where you want to copy the mythic, and then you go get mana real quick. You'll have to go out of your way for like a turn or two to go get the mana to get this thing going. But after that, you basically get to test any mythic you want in the entire game, assuming you can find it in PvP. So this is going to be a really interesting mechanic, as this is the first time where you can ever end up testing troops you don't have in a pretty viable way since it just ends up becoming it. So, yeah, really great addition for early game players, mid game players. How useful it actually is in battle, probably not too much, but it will be a great way to test stuff that you don't own, if nothing else. So, yeah, there's that. Really cool. One other really good thing that this would be used for, too, which I'll probably mention. Oh, but the Mythic will be out of the drop table by then, is the only problem. But this would be insanely good for testing new Mythics. So let's say a new Mythic comes out, like, last Friday, and you waited, like, a day or two, and you're still not sure if you want to actually go and get the troop. Well, you can go put this onto your team, go find someone in PvP that has the new Mythic, go build a team around it, where the Doppelganger is where the Mythic should be, go and copy the enemy's version of that troop, and then test the team. So you can kind of test a Mythic. You can basically use this to test a Mythic prior to actually getting a Mythic to see if you actually want to use it in a certain team composition. So yeah, this thing's going to be insanely cool. All the implications that it has. I'm probably going to cover an entire video just specifically on him just because of how many implications it has. How viable it is in a team, probably not so much. But as far as like testing and stuff like that, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic troop. So yeah, it's basically Gems of War's version of Ditto. So pretty cool. So that's that. And that's everything coming next week. There we go. Okay, let me go close this out. Also, let me read chat because I couldn't really see it that much while doing that. Boom, boom. There we go. Okay, let me close that all the way. So, let me backtrack a little bit. I missed a bit of chat. Hello, Austin! What's the best way to beat Hall of Guardians Pure Faction without potions? Double Sentinel, double Gargoyle. I still haven't been able to do it without potions, but I've been trying. But yeah, it's this team right here. I've been attempting with level 200 Delve. I might need to go get White Helm upgraded so I have basically a level 300 Horde to try it with. But I've been trying it with this team and been failing at it. It just takes an insane amount of luck. But yeah, it's double Sentinel, double Gargoyle. Technically, Sentinel, triple Gargoyle will be slightly better. However, you need to have at least one Silent Sentinel surviving to the final battle. So I generally just build it like this, just to make sure that we do end up keeping a Silent Sentinel for the final battle. I guess technically you could go Gargoyle, Silent Sentinel, Gargoyle, Gargoyle. But generally you're going to lose at least one troop if you're going to be if you're going to be going with no potions at all. But yeah, I still haven't been able to do it. Some people have done it with insane luck at 100 Horde. I have no clue how they managed, but I can't even do it with 200. And I've been getting pretty unlucky with it as far as the few attempts I have been throwing at it. You could just throw more attempts, of course. The more attempts you throw, eventually you'll end up getting it. Yeah, Melting Pot is amazing. If you've never been there, highly advised. Highly, highly advised. My mom ended up loving it. She already pretty much wants to go back. It's funny. Let's see. You got your first Nisha medal 2 hours ago. Congrats. I got my first one yesterday. So great to finally start getting them. I still need another 2, unfortunately, but we'll work there in time. Hello, Chad. Can we summon dungeon bosses or towers? I believe the answer is yes. To our current understanding, it does work on indestructible troops. So you might be able to get the enemy Zugoff onto your team, which would be really hilarious. It would have much lower stats, most likely, than the enemy. But you might be able to copy a raid Zugoff, and you might be able to copy a tower, which would be pretty cool, because those are generally things that are not ever player-owned. We're not 100% certain if it will work on them, though, similar to how it seems like it won't work on Hero. So they might do the same thing where it won't work on the raid bosses and it won't work on the towers, similar to how it doesn't work on Hero. But we'll find out as we test it. But that we currently do not know for sure if it will or will not. But based on what they said, it seems like it won't work on Hero, unfortunately, which would have been really cool. But that probably would have like crashed the game or had some kind of weird issue if you could actually copy heroes, because the game isn't currently meant to run more than one hero per team. Yeah, I wish they would have gave the Ditto an Empower. That would have been really funny if they gave him Empower. Let's see. 4-hour stream? No. Tonight's gonna be a normal size stream. Tomorrow night might be a bit longer of a stream, but tonight's just gonna be about an hour or so. But tomorrow might go for a few hours or so. Or then again, never mind. I actually can't go longer tomorrow unless I start earlier, because I forgot I'm gonna run into Salty stream if I do, and she's actually going over to new faction tomorrow, so I don't actually want to dive into that. So never mind. Maybe I'll just start slightly earlier if I have the time. Because I can't go into Salty stream because she'll be covering the new mechanics, and we'll get to ask her questions about it too and see if she could test a few things for us. Might take a while, but we could still ask her and see if she can do it. Hello, King Rich. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Leonardo. Thank you and welcome. Okay, so let's get into things now. We've been chatting for like 20 minutes. I haven't played a single battle. So let's go do things. Also, we got yellow deeds today. Let me go do those immediately before I forget, because that is probably the most important thing that we have to go do today. Right now is yellow deeds. Yellow deeds, I don't believe I'm that close to actually maxing out a yellow kingdom. Let me double check. How's Pensvale doing? How close are we? Oh, I lied. We're actually really close. We only need 6 more. How many are we getting today? Why do I feel like we're getting 5 or 4? That's gonna be a fail. But yeah, I need 6 more. And we got 6. Done. Da-da-dun. Dun. Nope, only 4. That's what I thought. Fail. So we still need 1 more instance of yellow before we will end up having enough. Oh, well. Currently doing, oh, what's it called? I'm currently doing, wow, I forgot what it's called now. Also, thank you, Isabel. Thanks again for the donation. Greatly appreciated. Well, I keep forgetting what the name is now. Pensvale is the word I was looking for. Warren's Pensvale is the one that I'm currently doing it for. And the reason for that is for Warren's 50% bonus. This is the reason why I specifically went down the Pensvale route. I believe it's also an armor? I think it was armor or HP. I mostly did it for the Pensvale bonus, though. More so than the stat. Also, where on earth is our kill option right now? Let's see, we'll take that for now. Oh no! The stream is starting to deteriorate. Why? Why must I keep doing this? Also, I was looking the other day for other providers in my area. And while there are a few other people that can technically reach my area provider-wise, none of them have a, like, extremely speedy, like, internet access. Like, most of them are, like, worse than what I'm already using is the only problem. Like, for a normal person, they'd be okay. Like, a better alternative than using Spectrum. But based on actual speeds, it doesn't seem like it's going to be worth it to try using anything other than Spectrum. So we're just going to have to deal with Spectrum. Also, I looked up how many stars the Spectrum in my area has. It is at 2.8 stars. With almost every single review being like, I can't leave a 0-star review. So here's a 1-star review. Let's see. What do we take here? Grab that. Get herself a... What do we even need here? Oh, wait. Why am I using this against that? Whoops. I did not mean to use this. I meant to be using Key Team right now. Why am I using that? Key Team, where are you? Boom. When is my birthday? Tomorrow is my birthday, November 4th. And we'll celebrate it some on stream. We'll have a few redeem codes and have a bit of fun. I might start ever so slightly earlier, too. I'll try to have it up in advance, the little time thing, for when we end up doing it. If we do end up doing it a bit early. But, yeah, I don't want to run into Salty Stream, is the biggest problem. So if we're going to stream a little bit longer tomorrow, I need to just start earlier, not stream longer. Or, you know, still stream longer, but start earlier. So it doesn't run into Salty Stream. What do we take here? We already got max gold. We'll go to that, move that over. Go grab ourselves a brown just because we can get that connected. Oh, I forgot to take the yellow there. Luckily it cascaded in a way that won't really matter. Oh no, we lost a slot. So that's almost a good thing because that means we can now go use the almighty golden deviled eggs. Also, I can't remember who first said that, but whoever said deviled eggs, that's perfect. Because I end up gaining 666 additional stats. That is so perfect. Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs actually are pretty amazing. We've never had them before. But let me go kill it. There we go. Yeah, there's our deviled egg. I'm going to call that now for now on. Either golden egg or deviled egg is what that egg is now called. With the 666 bonus. Let's see. We'll go and just kill this out with Rowan. Hey, yeah, it's already November 4th by you. You're in the future. I think I was born at, like... It's kind of funny because the time we're going to be streaming is actually when I'm born. I believe I was born at 7-something p.m. on November 4th. So maybe we will go do our stream an hour earlier. Because that will be the exact mark of 25 years. I forget the exact time, but it was sometime at 7 p.m. something. I think it was like 7:29 or something. I'm not sure. But somewhere around there. I don't have it memorized, obviously. I just know it began with a 7 p.m. Let's see. Let's take that for now. Go out with Rowan. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think I have my birth certificate here where I currently live. And the main reason for that is for most things that I would need a birth certificate for, I can just use my passport for. Not absolutely everything, but for a good majority of things. Because you end up needing a birth certificate for your passport. So generally your passport is enough to count as your birth certificate. Though to renew my passport, I'm going to need my birth certificate and a few other things as well. And I actually do need to renew it soon. I believe it expires in 2021 or 2022 or something. Expires in like a year or two. Somewhere around there. I think about 2 years or so. And I always like getting it renewed a little bit ahead of time. Well, actually, I never need to renew it before. I actually forget completely how. Because I was like 15 when I got it, and my dad handled like most of the stuff at the time. So I actually do not know how. I know like generally how I would go about it, but the whole process I don't know. So I need to go just double check on that when I do get to that point. That's a while away at this point though. Anyways, that is not what I wanted. Why did I click on arena? I definitely want dungeons. Also, it's Diamond Day, of course. Don't forget to do your dungeons. Really great amount of diamonds to go and accumulate. That is for sure. Let's see. We'll go for gold for now. Get that rolling. So thank you, Zeddicus. Also, hello, Nagatsu-san. Are you sure that your modem hasn't become flaky? If you're renting it, Spectrum should replace it. I will be getting a replacement modem very, very soon. That is correct. I will be trying that likely before I get a new connection, just to see if it is specifically the modem. But the main reason I wanted to get a slightly better connection is I was just speed testing it, and my upload rate is only at about 5 megabytes per second. Oh wait, kilobytes? I forget what measurement is. I know it's normally measured in that lower number range, but for better streaming, it generally would want to have somewhere around 6 to 10 or so. And currently it's only coming out at about 5. So we'll double check to see if a better modem ended up doing that. Currently I'm paying for up to 10, but it never gets anywhere near 10. I think the highest it ever does is like get to 6. My download speed's much higher. It's like at about 80 or so right now. What do I take here? But upload speed is only at around 5 or so. And not even a consistent 5, like a wavering from 3 to 6 kind of 5. So average is around 5. What do we even take here? One of the reasons why I can also only stream at 720 and can't go up to 1080. I think you generally want to have at least 8 if you're going to do 1080, if not more. Oh, we'll go for that. Get her destroy everywhere. And that key should definitely be enough damage just to kill it out. And then we'll go get our diamonds. With the introduction of Turnip and the 2 new goblins, do you think you can construct some extra turn annoying goblin teams? We ended up showing some the other week. None of them ever seemed too annoying though. Personally, I prefer just going double Farce Troll with double Truffle and just making that work. The biggest issue with the weapon is I just feel like it's making a lot of red that you generally don't use. Because in a Truffle team, you actually do use both the colors that he ends up creating, both the brown and the green. However, I feel like a lot of times when you're building a Turnip team, while you're obviously using the green, you're not really using the red for anything, which I find to be a big issue in most Turnip teams. There might be something we might be able to slot into that into the future that would work a little bit better. But as far as current options, nothing really seems to be too good to slot into a Goblin team for red. Goblin Rocket's too slow. Nobin Brothers is too random. Because it's only 33% chance for each. And I don't know, just isn't a consistent enough red that really fits into the team from what I've seen so far. At least from what I've tested with it. There we go in dungeons. And now I believe we have to go do our grind, other than PvP. Actually, how far am I on PvP? I think I've done like 0 PvP this week. I should probably go do some. Maybe this will be a PvP stream where we go and mess around with stuff. Because we have like probably none. Let me go double check. How far have we gone in PvP this week? 899. So yeah, we gotta go do a lot of PvP. Let me go down. What do I even want to use for PvP right now? This was another Bloodwood team. I feel like I'm not really using Bloodwood for anything. I already covered a video on him. He's probably one of those dead content troops I'm not really gonna bother with, other than when we eventually bring him out for Guild Wars, and that's about it. Like the only time I'm gonna bring him back out again. So, hello, Humberto. And thank you. You just wanted to... let's see. Oh wait, Liz, what were you talking about? What happens? Let's see. There's like a conversation and I lost track of where the conversation started. Rip. Let's see. Let's see. The only time you've ever been need both passport and birth certificate was crossing the border into Canada. I actually didn't end up needing both when I ended up going into Canada. When I ended up going to Canada, I only needed my passport, and they were perfectly fine with it. They did not need my birth certificate for any reason. Though I wasn't going for that long. All the times I went there, I was only there for about a week or so. But I've gone a couple times, and they never once requested for birth certificate. Passport was enough each of the 3 times I went. Let's see. Where are you going that requires a passport? Currently nowhere, but I always like having one. Earlier, I needed one for Canada, back when in my teens and young adult. But I don't know. I haven't been out of the country for like 6 years now. I want to say 6 years. 5 or 6 years I haven't been out of the country. I've been moving a bit within the country, but not outside for about 5 or 6 years now. But you never know when you might need it. Always good to have. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, because that'd be a really annoying process to go through if you're doing it last minute, especially since it might get delayed for whatever reason. Anyways, I need to go build a team for what was it again? We were building PvP. What do I want to build for PvP right now? I'm actually in the mood for a Doom weapon for once. What shall we build around? I don't know which way I want to go. Then again, we never did get to test our +4 magic. Maybe I'll just build truffles. We might just build truffle. Truffle. Oh, we'll start with truffles for now. I haven't actually used truffle team since I got +4 magic the other day. Let's just use this for now. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the Doom weapon. Doomed glaive, wherever it is. There you are. Why does that weapon look so different? Oh, it's just the Doom weapon thing. That's why. Anyways, that should be that. Change our class to Titan Elemental. Where's Titan? Oh, it already is set to Titan Elemental. Go figure. I do want Explosion instead of Brown, though. Why is it set to Brown? I must have copied someone else's thing. Did I, like, never set it to Brown? The Storm, Rock Solid. Okay, I think that's all good. I don't think we need anything else. Okay, so let's go do that. And let's go test this real quick. Oh, and banner obviously needs to change. Oh, what banner do we want, though? Banner. I guess we go for... Let's check our minuses first. That's normally the easiest way to go about it. Check our minuses, go from there. Gosh, there's a lot of minus. Not all colors, any color. Okay, what do we have to choose from? Let's start all the way from one end. So that's going to be decent. Actually, we probably don't even need to change it from there. +2 green, +1 brown already sounds perfect. Actually, you know what would be absolutely perfect? +2 green, +1 blue, -1 something else. Does that exist? We got a blue green, but not a green blue. It doesn't exist yet. We need a +2 green, +1 blue. I guess for now this is fine. This is banner anyways. And for now we'll just rename this to Truffle. Truffle. Okay. And I don't think we need to do anything else there. Let's mess with this for now. Yeah, Web Spinner can get really quick kills. You gotta be careful with the triple damage that it has. You also can't counter it with the Cedric either, because it gets to apply its damage immediately, since it does it on Skull. Really hard to counter. You either have to use like Bless, or Entangle, or Impervious in first slot. Are like your 3 main options that you really have to combat it easily. Okay, that should be alignment, and he should be dead. Okay, we'll scale it out. There we go. Also, I still haven't heard back from the commissioner, by the way, on the interface. I guess he's really, really busy. But I'll give him time. It still technically hasn't reached the due date, though I want to at least get some progress throughout the process. But so far, my first experience with Fiverr commissioning something there is pretty average. Oh no, I'm not sure if I'll cancel it or not. If it gets past the due date and I hear like no feedback whatsoever, I probably will. But as long as he's like communicating, like, hey, sorry, I'm swamped with work, blah blah, whatever, I wouldn't really mind as much. But right now, he hasn't even, like, replied back at all, which is concerning. Luckily, they have a pretty decent canceling system from what I can tell. Or I'll find out if I ever need to try canceling. Find out soon. The only problem is I don't think they refund the transfer thing, which I think was like $4.50. Obviously, that's not that big a deal to get the other money back, but still. Anyways, we'll just do this battle. Is that annoying life and death, though? Like 1 billion different people I can commission on that website. There's definitely not a lack of options. Only problem is some of them seem pricey for what they do. Either the quality isn't there, or the price is just out of my range. Like multiple hundreds range. Let's see, we'll take that. Grab a thingy down. Because the current one is only 90 with animation. Pretty light animation, but still some animation. What do we take here? We'll go for that for now. Hopefully should be able to get out of that. Doesn't matter that we're entangled, still get to do an absurd amount of damage. No, it looks like we're about to die to life and death, because life and death. Oh yeah, our +4 magic won't really help us much here, will it? It's funny, because we're currently dealing with web. All that extra magic we have actually does nothing, because it is all disabled. Fail. Let's see. Have I tried sending him another message? I've sent him like 4 messages in the last 3 days or so. I checked before the stream and he still didn't. Okay, let me check right now. Has he? Has he replied back? Nope. No reply. Dun dun dun. But yeah, we'll see as time goes on what on earth happens with that. I'll take that for now. Grab that. Do we cast? It's enough to kill, but we might not get extra turn. Oh no! We just killed the spider he summons. Come on, they nerfed it and it still summons. That's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to have a 0% chance of summoning now. Let's see. Okay, let's try this again. Good, it didn't. Got 1 billion more spiders. Scream dies, came right back to life. Take Brown. Grab a double. We'll throw that down again. Barely any damage, but it might give us the board we need. Oh, maybe I should stop doing that. I keep summoning even more spiders. The only real big problem with that. Okay. Do we have alignment? Please say yes. No. We'll do that. Get another AoE because it's actually enough to kill it, oddly enough. Ideally, we'd have an option right here, though it does not seem like we do. Let's keep moving stuff around. Can you ask an off-topic question? Sure, feel free. I'll answer pretty much any question. You just realized that Dark Troll's art is really disgusting. Oh yeah, it has some weird, really weird art. Quite a few troops in the game do. Like as far as like the gory end of stuff. Can you please stop summoning giant spiders with your 35% nerfed rate of summoning giant spiders? This battle doesn't even feel like it's nerfed. I'll go double that. Grab a... The problem is we're webbed and entangled right now. I guess I could just wait until that undoes itself. Okay, we've almost killed her. Once we do that, we're in the clear. Okay, I almost feel like just doing the blade just to hit her. Oh, that ruined our alignment. Fail. Okay. Well, we'll go and we'll do this again. I only need to move out of the way. We'll go double everything first. Alignment, where are you? I know you exist. Come out. I'll take that for now. Oh, I just took a wrong move. Can you at least unweb? Go to that. Alignment? Yes. There we go. Come on, one more hit. Gosh, this battle's being annoying. What's the easiest way about going about this? You know what? We just kill her out already. There we go. And of course, you still get one more spider right at the end. Now we win. Might take us a little bit. How annoying it still is with 3 of them alive while being this disabled. But we have essentially won at this point. How many packs in Faction Assault do you need to reach 500? What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean the number that you need to do to get there? It depends on if you skip or you do all Vow Ravens. If you do all Vow Ravens, meaning that you complete out every single room in every single delve all the way from 20 to 500 during a Friday faction event, then that should only take you buying tier 7 2 or 3 times. However, depending on how many you skip, you might need to buy it anywhere from about 5 to 8 times. It really just depends on when you start skipping. Like, do you start skipping at 100, 200, 250, 300? Do you not skip at all? It really just depends on what point you start skipping directly to the boss room or what point you do reunion. Basically, it depends on how many times you complete out every single room within the faction, because it can change drastically depending on if you do or don't. But yeah, that's the general range. If you do absolutely every room, it's probably around buying tier 7 twice, which I believe is 1,500 area, somewhere around there. And if you're doing it with skips, it could be anywhere from like 5 to 8 or so. I think I've done it with tier 2 before. If you wait and get all of the, if you wait for Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, I'm pretty sure you could do it with tier 2 if you want to do the absolute bare minimum. I'm almost guaranteed that tier 2 is enough if you do every single room. If you skip out all, tier 2 is not enough. And you also have to wait to Sunday if you do tier 2, whereas I believe you could do it on Friday or Saturday if you do tier 3. Or, you know, when I say tier 3, I mean buying tier 7 3 times. Is what I meant to say. Also, wow, this battle took forever. How long was this battle? 6 minutes and 25 seconds. That's not quick. I hate Life and Death so much. Anyways, let's try this again. If I really have to, I'm going to start taking 2 trophies. People are setting too many annoying teams on 3 trophies right now. Did not take 2 trophies. From a points perspective that we're trying for right now, it's probably better off anyways. Because they're much quicker and they're giving almost the exact same amount of points. It's only like a 10-point difference. Also, wow, we actually missed that extra turn. But that should be matched now. We double this and then truffle, and now he's got infinite with our +4 magic. Oh, I can't wait till he gets even more magic. So close yet so far from getting another +4 for him. There we go, tier 9. That awkward moment when you're finishing out all the tiers on a Sunday. But there's not really much of a benefit on doing it earlier in the week, at least compared to how it used to be in the past. Battles like this are why PvP isn't ever even fun anymore. Generally, I do not play PvP that much these days. I am in that camp where I don't really play PvP as much. It's not that I don't find it fun. It's just that there's some really, really, really ridiculously, absurdly annoying team builds out there that make it less desirable to play. In Guild Wars, I don't mind it as much because you get to see a wider variety. But in PvP, you can obviously just set anything as many times as you want. So people tend to spam some of the absolute most annoying fan teams in the entire game because there's no restriction as to what they can set. Every day you're truffling. Yeah, there's that, and there's the turn up for what? There's a lot of turn up jokes we can do, and truffle jokes. What do we take here? Take the brown for now. And it was double everything, and it should be match. Or not. We didn't get enough mana. Now we got enough mana. Now it's match. We won. Pretty easy to tell when a truffle team when you've won or not. And we've definitely already won. You can pretty much tell the exact instance in which you just got the infinite loop. Oh, we got a really, really easy 3 battle. That's the other problem with PvP. You got like absurdly easy battles. And while this is good from a grinding perspective, they're obviously not much of a challenge. Got the free resources, and we need the resources at the moment, so give us those resources. Yeah, truffle shuffle. Yeah, there's that one too. He has a lot of truffle turn up jokes. Actually, I can't even remember what my defend team is right now. I set it for something for Salty on Monday, but then I think I overrid that team. So who knows what I currently have set. Interesting. I have Forest Troll, Doom's Crossbow, Alder Father, and King Bloodwood as my defend. Weren't we using that earlier? Oh yeah, I think I showed that for the team video. For last Friday. Pretty sure that's one I showed. Even remember at this point. Excuse me. Oh, let's keep going. Gotta get to 1.9k. Get our glory keys. Use Gorgotha, Essence, Zugoff, and Leprechaun. That would work. I used to run Zugoff some when I initially got him for PvP. Then I just ended up stopping because Truffle came out soon after. Personally, Skull Spam and Truffle are my favorites still at the moment for PvP. Okay, that should be infinite. And we won. There we go. I'll slow that down for now. Speed it up a bit just by Skull Spamming him. What do we get? 1,000 souls. Oh, we got his worst drop. This is better than no gnome at all. Fire bombs. Standard worst best team in the game. Because currently the best thing to set for PvP is the worst thing that you could possibly set for PvP. And that is still 4 times firebomb. So that will help us out quite a bit here. And we just won. Gonna kill him before he even gets a chance to cast with those. There we go. And then we just cast this a few times and he's dead. Actually 2 times. I forgot we got the extra magic from Titan and from the metal. 4 from the metal and a bunch from Titan. Every single time we cast, we get 1 magic to all elementals. Too bad Forest Troll can't utilize that magic at all. He ends up getting a lot of extra magic from these teams, but he doesn't actually use it for anything, which is unfortunate. He doesn't have like a life gain or soul gain or anything like that, like Dark Troll or something. But, oh well, not too big a deal. Okay, this probably will miss, but I don't really have another option, so we're going for it. And wow, that missed. That missed harder than I thought it would miss. I'll go get the mana. It's gonna take a speed turn to get rolling. That should be everything we need. We just do this into Truffle. I mean, into Forest Troll, and that's match. And yeah, he's dead. We won. Oh, never mind. We really already won. He's like already down on everything. Oh, why do you have to get a summon though? We could have just played it if he didn't get any of those summons. Stop getting summons. There you go. Gosh, how many more do you want to go do? There, you're dead now. Even if you try Agile and you're going to be hit by a billion other things. Oh, there's our 20 gems as well. Tier 5 for PvP. Get that tier 1. Also, I wonder if they're going to do that. They mentioned they might do some tweaks to PvP into the future. I wonder if they're ever going to increase the amount of points you need per week. They made mention that they might do that in the past. However, they've never really confirmed anything as far as what they would do with it. But there was a mention that they might end up increasing it to like 5,000. Not in a way that would make it feel like you would have to go and do it, but to give people that go in PvP a little bit more. And just to make people strive a little bit further in PvP. Because 1.9k does not take that long. You can generally get it done in an hour, as we're pretty much doing right now. But you can even do it quicker than an hour. The entirety of it with most teams that exist these days. Especially ever since they adjusted a point system. So I don't really do too much PvP. I think the biggest reason, though, out of everything is just that Metals and Explorer makes it so PvP isn't viable anymore. Because the only thing you really need PvP for now is trophies. And most guilds do not require trophies. Oh, so hello, Jacob. Welcome. Okay, we'll go into there. Use Shield over Skea, Harpy Mage, Romaine, and Leprechaun. I have tried it. I never really cared for it as much. I might test it some more because I have heard quite a few people mention it. I'm not too big a fan of it though, because I feel like it takes longer to get all the mana for Romaine. Or not for Romaine, but for the Skea Shield to put into Romaine. Because it's like a 3 or 4 cast Skea Shield. Before you can actually cast to kill. Yeah, it's a really good team. It just, from what I've tested so far, it's slower than running Scorpius on Skea. It's a lot cheaper, that team, but it's slower from what I've tested so far. Though it does have the benefit of where you can use it anywhere, though. There's actually no restriction to it because you don't even need to worry about immunities. Because since you're doing actual damage, their immunities don't really matter. So it's probably one of the better teams that can be used in literally any situation. But it is a bit slower. I can even go test. I guess I'll go try it again real quick just to actually time it. If it's anything, if it's 4 minutes or longer, it's way slower than using Scorpius. Because Scorpius generally averages around a 3 to 3.5 or so. Maybe 4 if it's going really, really slow. But we can go test it again. Let me go set it up correctly. We're going to need 20% mana start and armor. Actually, you might even just run triple armor for it. Where's armor? Let me put it over here. Because armor actually gives her more damage than magic would. Because she ends up gaining 16 extra damage per Medal of Guard. Whereas, actually, it might even just be better to run triple Medal of Guard, now that I think about it. Because we're going to have such a... We already have 3 troops, actually. No, is it 2 or 3? Let me see, what is the team again? Urskea Shield? Oh, yeah, Urskea Shield. There's already going to be 1. So, yeah, there's no point in running 20% because Rowan will be the only thing that gets 20%. So, I guess we'll go set it real quick. Let me actually not do it there. I feel like that team. Even though I don't really plan on using it much. It's a fun little concept. But anyways, let me go and... It's fun to use, it's just not that viable. Anyways, that one team that I just had on the other slot, that is. But let me go use this. Let's see, Rogan Rain. Need a Leprechaun. I was wondering what that red light was. It was the thing from the mic reflecting off my glasses. I was like, wait, why is there a red light underneath me? It's because of how it's like glaring on my glasses. It made it look weird. Anyways, Rowan, Mountain. I forgot what that one exploder is called. Harpy. I know who she is. There she is. Let's see. Order shouldn't matter as much as long as Rowan is in front of Leprechaun. And obviously we need our Urskea Shield, as that's the main thing that makes this team work. There we go. And change off Sentinel to Titan. And change our perks to Explode and Fortitude. I don't think we have any elementals on this team. Hold up. Actually, we do keep on elemental. I forgot. You know who elemental is? Rowan. Rowan counts as an elemental. I'm actually going to keep it on elemental bonus because that gives Rowan extra magic. While it's not a lot of extra magic, it still adds up. And banner we need to set to what did we set banner to? I feel like we need brown the most. Because we have to cast Urskea Shield the most amount of times out of anything here. I guess a +2 brown, +1 green, does that exist? No, the universe exists. Oh yes, -blue. Oh, but it's -blue. Well, we technically only need to cast Rowan once, as long as you don't revive. The -1 blue might not actually matter, especially since we're just giving her a +1 green anyways. I think we roll it that way. How we just run a standard +2 brown? Rowan? I always call her Rowan. Let me take my tribute. Okay, let's go test this. Let's go to a random 20%. How about Golvania? Let's see how she does. Oh, wait, did I do any battles in Golvania? I want to test this all the way from 0. Good, we are at 0. Let me go get a timer up real quick. It is timer time. There we go. Timer time. Okay, let's go time this. Ooh. Let's see how long it takes. We'll test it from, that's not the team. That's not the team. We'll get the right one eventually. Urskea Wen. That's how you spell her name, right? Yes. Okay. Go with this. And timer go. Okay, let's see how this goes. Last I recall, this is around 4.5 to 5 minutes. I'll see if it goes a bit quicker. I forgot how many times you actually have to Urskea, though, is the only problem. Oh, go to that. Oh, I probably should be doing that on Mountain Crusher, actually. It's been a while since I bothered using this. I tested it about 2 weeks ago or so. I haven't really used it much since. I'll take that for now. I completely forgot how many times you have to cast this, though, to have enough damage. I think one more time is enough. That is hopefully enough. Answer is yes. Okay, one down. So it's 3 times then. Let me take that brown away. I need to figure out what I want to cast that on. I guess Rowan normally would be the right solution, actually. Hold up. I need brown. Let me leprechaun that. Or maybe not, because you'd want green to be on the board for the thing. We get a third or Skea. Is that enough? Never mind, we need one more. Those don't need the second one, my bad. The problem is I keep losing count. We'll do that, and that should be enough damage. There we go. Yeah, if this could consistently do around 4 minutes while following 20%, it would be worth it. I don't believe it can, though. It gets pretty close, but it's a bit over an average of 4 minutes per. Last I recall. Though it does have the nice benefit of not having any counter. Other than if they instantly kill Rowan somehow. It'd be very unlikely. Okay, can we get brown mana? We desperately need it. Okay, get another one. Enough to kill it with. And he's dead. If we'll ever end his turn. There we go. 3 down, 3 to go. Okay, let's see, we'll go to that. Unless I'm using this team wrong, it seems towards... It seems like an average time, but it isn't like a super quick time. The only problem. Like, it's definitely not, like, bad, and definitely a great option, especially if you need a cheaper option. But if you have the better mythics, I don't feel like you would really use this team. Is the only problem with it. Which is why I haven't really been using it much. But it's definitely probably the strongest cheap option there is as far as level 12 is concerned, because this uses 0 mythics. Actually, it uses 0 legends too, which is really nice. And Rowan you get for free from a kingdom. This you get easily off a faction, and that's not hard to get the leprechaun. And our Skea Shields is 250 wins off of Sentinel hero class. Yeah, I should be hitting on brown every single time if we can. Particularly if we have her instead of leprechaun. Oops, I forgot to take the extra turn there. Whoops. Luckily the AI can take it quicker than us, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I should take it as browns though. Oh, luckily we cascaded it, so it won't matter. And let's match as soon as he finishes his turn. And the only other slight issue with this team too is if the enemy has any amount of revive, it can be really annoying. Like if they have a 25% revive, 50% revive, 100% revive. Probably like one of the only few things that counters this team. Because you have to cast Rowan a whole additional time to do that. And Rowan automatically ends her turn when she does it, which will slow you down. Because that means you have to take like another 15 seconds to go get her mana back or so. Maybe a little bit less if you already have an explosion ready. But still take at least like 10 seconds to go get it rolling again. Just to do one more hit to kill out whatever survived. I wonder if a double cast method of this team would actually be a bit quicker. Because currently I'm trying the double one cast method. Probably the one cast is quicker. I know with Guard's avatar, the one cast was quicker. Back when he used to have a viable one. He doesn't really anymore. Very for Wayne since his... Oh, it might be dead for... Oh no. Back. Yay! Stream didn't die all the way. Good. It only like partially died. Again. But we're back. Hopefully it doesn't re-die. What do we take here? We'll do that. Saved by doing nothing. I hate this internet connection. It tends to spike a lot, is the problem, which is generally what actually causes like that connection down. As far as its upload speed, it tends to spike. Its download speed is actually relatively consistent because its download speed is so ridiculously high that even if it spikes downwards, it normally doesn't matter. But its upload speed is so inconsistent. It can like literally be halved or doubled for no reason whatsoever. We'll go through that for now. But yeah, we will be streaming on Mixer soon. So hopefully we'll see if that changes anything in any way, shape, or form. Because that might make it a little bit smoother too, because I'm going to have to stream my stream to a thing that then streams it back to my actual content. So to a degree that might actually make it smoother, oddly enough. But we'll see exactly how it goes. But we'll find out soon. Yeah, I'm starting to set up a lot of things related to the channel in the near future. I think I might finally start a Twitter too. I've been contemplating it. It'd be funny making a Twitter on my birthday. But, I don't know. I think we might finally make a channel Twitter. We'll probably be making a Discord next week. Hopefully the new interface will be done sometime in the near future. I'm waiting until we have that interface before I start up Mixer, just because I want to have specific branding for Mixer, which will be the whole entirety of the new interface. So all that will be used for the Mixer account. So I'm just waiting on that before we really start using it. And yeah, then we'll go from there. So we're making progress. A lot of things to do in the near future. Also, it's kind of funny. I'm like the only person left streaming on YouTube again. Even Keylime ended up moving to Twitch recently. Which honestly, I don't understand why. But whatever he wants to do is fine. I guess because every other Gems of War streamer is kind of already there. But we're kind of almost all alone again. I think Cynical still streams on YouTube a bit. I can't think of who else does, though. There's not that many as far as people who stream on YouTube, Gems of War. Because Twitch is better than YouTube. That is true. But is Mixer better than Twitch? Because unlike, the main reason why I'm actually going to Mixer, like probably like 90% of the reason, is because they actually allow you to monetize on both YouTube and Mixer simultaneously. Because I would never want to just abandon us streaming on YouTube. We've been doing it for like 3.5 years now. So I wouldn't just want to like abandon our YouTube stream that we do. So if I was to ever stream on another platform, I'd want to also have the capability to stream on YouTube at the exact same time. And with Mixer, I can do that and still be monetized on both. Whereas I can't do that with Twitch. If I did it on Twitch, I would have to just be on Twitch, which is why I wouldn't do Twitch. But anyways, let's go test this. So the other one, what was the time? It was 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Also, thank you, Bonnie, Steph, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Also, Kruang a little while ago. I have no clue how to pronounce that accent mark, but welcome as well. Anyways, let's go do this and test it. So this is one of the reasons why I kind of prefer this team. While we're not getting 20%, we should easily be able to get like a minute under the previous time. And if I'm not mistaken, we got 4 minutes and 45 seconds using the Rowain team. And this is what we can end up getting with this team. So you do have to keep in mind, we aren't getting 20% extra. However, as long as you win at least a minute quicker than whatever the meta is, that 20% won't matter. Because if you're winning quicker than a minute when it takes around 4 minutes and 45 seconds, you're actually going to be net gaining more by doing this. Because not only are you gaining more gold, but you're going to be gaining tokens at almost the exact same rate, if not the exact same rate. Even though you're getting less per cycle, you're doing cycles quicker. Oh, we got a problem. We just got a slow area right here. No, though of course that happens. That was a slow battle. But it recovered. Oh, we'll go and explode everything there. Wow, that was a quick kill. That's a problem. There is one slight issue with this team, too. We could actually lose with this team if we're not really careful. And I think we're about to, because one more skull and boom, we're dead. Gotta be actually a little bit careful this time around. I really hate when the hero dies out that quick. This dies to like 1 billion skulls right off the start of the battle. Definitely slows us down as well, which is not nice. Oh, wow, there's too many skulls over here. What's the best way of taking this at this point? I guess we just take it that way. Gosh, this is becoming a minefield of a board right now. Because we have to be really careful not to get hit by skull. We actually lose this battle, which would have made this thing's time go down by so much. And it did! Rip. Okay. Oh, we're going to have one of those kind of battles. This is one of those weird kind of teams where if you get a really unlucky start, you actually do end up losing. That can almost happen to any team. It's one of the reasons why I occasionally use Sentinel with this, because Sentinel's really good at not dying in those few instances where that does end up happening. Though that can happen to almost any team, though, for the most part. The only problem is Urskea is one of the places where it is ever so slightly more common. Wouldn't that be funny if we still outspeed the other team, even with that loss? I think we might be able to. Because we did 4 minutes and 45 seconds for a full cycle on the other one, and we just lost the battle. Let's see if we can actually still beat 4 minutes and 45 seconds. It might be possible, even with an entire loss. Let's see. We'll take that. Take that. Grab explosion. Grab mountain. Oh, let me take that and then Scorpius. I'm still wondering if I should put Sentinel there. The only big issue with using Sentinel on this team is it doesn't have yellow. It doesn't have Brownstorm start. So we're going to have a bit of a slower start if the board isn't already in our favor. This is the only big issue with doing that. What team did he end up mentioning? Marcelo? Gorgotha, Essence of Evil, Zugoff, and Leprechaun. I can give that a shot. I pretty much tried that exact team before. It works. It's around a, I can already tell you what win time it is. It's about a 4 minutes and 15-second win, and it can be done in any faction other than the 6 to have a Doom. But yeah, I've tested that one before. I don't think I tested it specifically with Essence of Evil, but I tested the same general premise of using a bunch of mana accumulation with a Zugoff. And for my testing earlier, it came out to 4 minutes and 15 seconds per cycle, approximately, with the capability of working anywheres other than Dooms. Let's see, can we beat the 4 minutes and 30-second mark with a loss? That'll be really funny. I think we might actually be able to. We're getting pretty close. We already got the thing. Double kill that. We'll get our mountain. Let's see, I stopped the timer as soon as we saw the tokens on the loot box. Yep, I think we just beat it. All we have to do is click this, click that, and that's when we stopped it. Yep, even with an entire loss, it was still quicker than using Rowan, which is why I don't use Rowan. And you can use this in other places that isn't just here. You just have to be really aware on if the enemy has any amount of immune to poison, if you're using it somewhere that isn't Urskea. The main reason you always see me running in Urskea is just because Urskea has no immune to poison. But you can do the same thing pretty much anywhere as long as like the entire kingdom isn't poison. Like obviously you wouldn't want to do Kedar or something like that, or KZL, because those are like excessively heavy poison immunity. But doing it something like Divinity Fields, for example, like that wouldn't really matter too much. I think there's like two immune to poisons there or something. Really low. Anyways, let me go use the team that you just mentioned. Do you have a copy paste of it? Because I don't believe I have it saved anymore. I did for the team video. I even showed it on the team video we did a while back. I don't think I currently have it saved anymore, though. Yeah, this was the version I used. Oh, no, never mind. I just ended up putting a... Yeah, I was just doing it with Iron Gut for a little while. But I did have another version that didn't use Iron Gut. I actually completely forget what it was, though. But yeah, I did have a non-Iron Gut version. I'll go test it with the how you mentioned. Let's see. Gorgotha... Oh, yeah, that was what I ended up running. It was Gorgotha... Actually, no, I forget what the 4th troop was. What was the 4th troop I ran there? I think it was the Harpy, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I can't remember. I might need to go double check the video. But it wasn't this. It was... let me just go do that for now. Gorgotha... Essence... Oh, I know what it was. Well, kind of. What was the 4th troop, though? I used Gorgotha, Jar of Eyes, Zugoff, and one other option. Why can I not remember what the other option is right now? But oh well. Not that big a deal. Anyways, banner. What are we using? Everything. I guess we go double green then. Actually, did we go double green? Because then that interferes with the other thing. I'm not sure what banner I want. What's a good minus red banner? Not anything I need. Actually, yes, there is. That would work. +2 green, +1 brown. I'll take that. Oops, I don't want the Balisys, though. Actually, do I? I guess we can go to Balisys. Why not? Oh, I just realized I'm still in armor. Whoops, I'm still in Rowan's armor. Well, then. I was using Rowan's armor for that one team and then never switched back to actual metals. That means the team I was just using could have been even quicker. The Scorpius team, if I would have given it 20%. But oh well. Anyways, oops, that's not what. Wait, actually, don't we just go double attack? We're using a Zugaf. We don't need magic. Okay, let's just go do this real quick. We're at 0. That's not the team I want. Okay, let's go see how this goes. Is Scorpius worth getting just for Explore? Assuming you already have the poison, it could be. I'm not sure if you'd really go too far out of your way for it, because most other teams aren't too bad as far as their time. It's not an absolute must-have. Like, I feel really hesitant to say yes, just because I feel like Scorpius isn't always going to be meta for Explore. And once it isn't meta for Explore, there's almost nothing else you use it for currently. But if you already have a lot of content within the game, but still don't have Scorpius, it might be worth considering. I wouldn't go too far out of your way, though, if you have, like, under 10 mythics or something. It's only something you would get later in the game, because its current only purpose is Explore, and nothing else. It has no other purpose other than that. So once something else gets better for Explore, it will have no purpose again, once again. Okay, what's the biggest threat? Well, I guess everything that doesn't have Stealthy. And obviously we'll always just cast Essence of Evil on first slot because we want to have Hunter's Mark on it, so that we can do more damage with Scorpius to kill it out. And that should kill him. And then we'll just win by Zugoffing it again. Why is this battle taking so long? There we go. 50 seconds. Hopefully we get a bit luckier this time. So yeah, last I recall, I was using this team slightly differently than this composition, but it was averaging around 4 minutes, 15 seconds when I was using it before, from what I've tested. I was not using this exact team, though. I was using Gorgolfa, Jarvai, Zugoff, and one other troop that I can't for the life of me remember right now what it was. That ended up going down that route, and it was about 4 minutes, 15 seconds per cycle. I should have just taken that skull. It's not going to matter much. That'll kill it, and then we just Zugoff the other one. I do like how much better Essence of Evil allows you to kill them with skulls, though. Because the only other real inconsistency with the other version of single Zugoff that I used to use is it wasn't always consistent on getting the skull kill. Whereas with Essence of Evil, it is because you can guarantee get Hunter's Mark, as well as disable all their traits that might skull reduce your attack. Let me kill that before it converts. Actually, that convert might have even been beneficial to us. Maybe I should have left it. Because it would have created a bunch of blue on the board, which obviously we need for Zugoff. This team, unfortunately, does not have a Storm. That's like the biggest thing that's missing. It's one of the reasons why I ran Jar of Eyes, because we had Perpetual Blue Storm on the other team. Biggest thing that this team's missing is no Storm whatsoever. Which isn't too big a deal, but it does reduce your extra turn chance when using explosions. Or when using everything, but particularly explosions. Because explosions gain one of the best benefits from having an extra turn chance when having a Storm active. Hello, Cynical! Actually, I was just mentioning you earlier, saying that we're like the only few people left that stream Gems of War on YouTube. Let's see. Because Keylime just ended up moving to Twitch. I'll go through this down onto that for now. His ability's not really going to do anything to us, so I don't really care if he gets a cast. If anything, it might even help us. You might stream after me tonight. Nice. Yep, why did I do that on last slot? I was just explaining how we should always cast it on first slot every single time, and I'm not even doing it. Failed. Let's see. Let's go get 2 more casts. Get Gorgolfa for now. Oh, at least it died a death mark, if nothing else. That was pretty lucky. Saved a little bit of time there. It looks like this team might average around the 4 minutes and 15 seconds too. Or no, actually it's going to be a little bit longer, unless we can get really quick kills on these last 2. We still have 2 whole battles. Which it likely will not kill that quickly, unless it gets lucky with death marks again or something. Oh, what else we need? Let's just grab a, I'm not sure, we'll take that to try sky bluing. I think the biggest thing holding this back is the lack of Storm. Actually, let me take the brown first. See that? Just get a kill right there. Get rid of that score reduction thing. Dream's trying to die on us. Don't die on us, Dream. We need you. I get an essence there. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 5 minutes at this point. It does work, obviously. I just wouldn't use it as a main team personally. And then one more. It's definitely not bad. Oh yeah, Cynical's still doing videos. He's just not streaming on YouTube anymore. He moved to the Twitch. I'll take green for now. But yeah, hopefully I'll get better at posting Monday videos at actual Monday video time. My biggest issue that always happens is every single night, including tonight, I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go and stay up until... actually, you know what? It will be easier for me to do now. Because what I generally do... I've explained this a couple times. But what I generally do is I like getting them done the night of. But what will normally happen is I'll go stay up all night, wait until 3 a.m., and then I can start actually doing the video. And then by the time it hits like 4 or 5 a.m., I'm like, oh gosh, I'm starting to get too tired to do this. Let me just go take a nap. And then I just end up sleeping. And that's the biggest issue, because then when I wake up and then do all my other normal stuff I need to do throughout the day, it's already almost time to go do the stream. And then it's like, oh gosh, well, that's unfortunate. And then if I don't get it done on Monday, it just moves everything off schedule. And then it's just really weird. But what can happen now, though, is daylight saving time has just occurred. So now 3 a.m. is now 2 a.m. So that means it should be a little bit easier to do now. Because for the rest of this half a year, it's at 1 hour earlier than it normally is. And generally, it's a lot easier to start doing a video at 2 a.m. and then getting it done by like 6 a.m. or so, compared to doing the inverse of doing it at 3 a.m. and getting it done by about 7. So hopefully that should make Monday videos come out at a normal-ish time now. A little bit better than compared to in the past. Also, did I never finish off PvP? I like started the grind, but then like never went to it because we started testing times for teams. I gotta double check. I don't think we finished yet. Let me go finish that before we end the stream. Yep, we still got it. Let me go do like 5 battles and go get that done real quick. Let's do it with Truffle. What do we take here? Grab a green right over there. Grab Truffle. Get yourself a double. Get yourself double Truffle. Oh yeah, I could also go close that timer now, or I don't think we're going to need it for anything else to stream. We got our times down. Close window. There we go. Okay. Do we have alignment? Yes. Kill it all. Dead. Win. Next battle. Also, I should probably change my thingy now that we're using this team. Where's that magic? Give me the almighty magic. Oh, also, do we have any Nisha tokens? I believe we have 0, right? Wait, when did we get a single Nisha? Oh, yeah, we got 2 Nishas yesterday. Oh, cool. If we can get 2 more, we can get +5 magic. Nice. I need +5 magic. That'd be nice. And there are some instances like this team where +5 magic would actually be better than 4 magic for attack. Because this particular team would definitely prefer the extra 1 magic compared to the attack. We'll take that for now. We'll grab the other thing. Also, good afternoon, Corn. Yeah, I know there are some people that catch us, like, very commonly. And then there's also people that only catch us, like, ever so occasionally. I still like having, like, a schedule and stuff just so people kind of know, like, when to expect things. And my Monday videos have been, like, really, really late recently. Like, so late that they're not even Monday videos. Though any of you who used to watch me a while back probably know, I actually used to divide Monday videos into 2 videos. I used to do one on Monday that was more like what Keylime does, in that it goes over a little bit less, but it it helps get it out more on time. And then the Wednesday video, which goes more so into in-depth teams after we've already tested it. Because one slight thing that makes Monday videos these days take a little bit longer is there's so many teams that I need to test. And to get it out on that Monday morning can sometimes be really time-consuming, unless I'm just going to pop up like whatever teams there. But if I'm actually going to put up like actual legit decent teams, it takes a little while to actually go and test them all out in the morning, at least several times each, and go and cycle through each one of those. And lately, I've been kind of like slacking on that. Oh, I'll go get that down. Grab the other truffle. Also, we keep getting more and more stuff to have to do per teams. First, it was like banners, then hero classes, then perks on hero classes, now medals, and we got like a billion things that you have to set. Actually, what is every single thing you have to set per team now? There's like a billion, it feels like. Let's see. Per every team you ever set or make, you have to set your banner, your hero class, the perk specifically for the hero class, your, what was the other thing? Actually, you don't need to do anything there. You don't need to do anything there. I already mentioned banner, and then medals. So those several things, plus the actual team competition itself. We're gonna have like a whole like dozen list thing by the time this game progresses in another few years. Because it started as just like traits, like way back, and then it just started adding more and more and more and more. Well, I guess technically banners, because banners as they are today did not actually used to exist. The first version of banners used to give you a stat bonus based on the kingdom troop within the kingdom, and actually is really similar, more so to like the team bonuses that we have these days. So for example, let's say Sword's Edge. I believe Sword's Edge bonus was if you set a Sword's Edge banner, every Sword's Edge troop in your team would end up getting 2 armor. So only if you specifically set a Sword's Edge banner would you end up getting 2 armor to all your Sword's Edge troops. And that was basically how they had it set up in the past, where you would set a banner and only troops that are associated to that kingdom would end up getting that banner bonus. And it didn't even used to give any kind of mana, if I'm not mistaken. That was like the first iteration of banners in this game. It was basically used as how the team bonus is almost used today. Except it was just a static bonus. In case of that one, just 2 armor per Sword's Edge troop. Assuming that they were even Sword's Edge troop. Anything that wasn't Sword's Edge troop with that banner would not get anything. But that was like the first iteration of banners, and then they made them more so into like the color system that we know today. And then they added a billion more of them. Also, we didn't used to have +2, +1, -1 banners. For the longest time, it was just +1, +1s. But obviously, they ran out of +1, +1s. So they need to do something else with them. See you, Corn. Have a good night. Catch you later. Yeah, I'm probably going to be ending the stream out pretty soon. Also, we just reached the final objective that we needed to anyways. So if anyone still has any other questions or anything else you want me to go over, definitely let me know. Also, hello, Oif. Welcome. But yeah, if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Otherwise, I do believe we're going to start wrapping up for the night. But tomorrow we'll be back probably around the same time as we always are. Hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go and have a little bit more codes than normal. Actually, we'll start a little bit earlier. It might be a little bit more towards 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just because we want to do a slightly longer stream. Because we're going to be doing a little bit of a birthday stream. I have a few redeem codes, and we'll just mess around with a bunch of Tower of Doom. So yeah, we'll have a bunch of fun. And just kind of mess around and see how things go. But yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'll start, I guess, more towards 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not 8. I forgot I wanted to start a little bit earlier. And yeah, we'll go from there. And of course, we'll have the Monday event video hopefully up in the morning and not sometime ultra late. Did you answer which way is best gold grind? Currently, the best gold grind that I'm aware of is spamming Explore. Particularly spamming Explore in their Skea. Also, you know what would actually help out a lot if I actually do it for this? Why don't I just give myself 16 extra HP, so it's harder for these things to kill me? So, but yeah, the quickest gold in the game that I'm aware of at this exact moment in time, other than spamming PvP, is to go into Urskea and quick win, because you can end up winning the entire cycle of this kingdom in about, on average, probably about 3 minutes, 30 seconds, so it can be as low as like 3 minutes. And this gives a pretty substantial amount of gold. It give or take some depending on your bonuses, but it's about 3,000 gold per battle, approximately. And if you go see right over here, we'll end up having like 2,900 gold. And there it is, 2,800. Yeah, it averages to about 3,000 or so, depending on Leprechaun casts. And I'm not sure what else really decides the exact amount of gold that you're getting per each of these battles. But it's generally around 3,000 or so. And if your bonuses were higher, it'd be even higher. If your bonuses are lower, it's probably like 2,500 each. Or from what I've tested so far, it's about 350,000 gold per hour, give or take 50,000, based on bonuses and based on just overall speed. But it is ridiculously high. It's like PvP level speed, which generally was the absolute quickest. But to my understanding, due to how annoying PvP is these days, I'm pretty sure doing this method is pretty much just more consistent than doing PvP. Might be slightly more repetitive, but you're getting tokens and you're getting, you're still getting a really substantial amount of gold. Also, they did mention in their Q&A that they are likely going to be increasing the amount of class XP you get for these harder battles. So these harder battles, like we're doing right now, might eventually give 2 class XP each. Currently, they give 1, so it's not really too worth using your different hero class to go and level it. But once they start giving 2 XP each, that's going to be quite a substantial change. Yeah, there we go. And you just keep repeating that. And yeah, that gives a lot of gold per hour. Is it worth upgrading Mountain Crusher? Yes, because you need the Brownstorm. It is definitely worth upgrading Mountain Crusher. Mountain Crusher is one of the most important weapons in the entire game to upgrade, just because of how useful Brownstorm is on it. What's the fast? What about fast low-level Explore with 400 plus gold bonus? You can probably use the team that we were just using and just replace out one of the mana generators. So you can end up using this, which is super cheap. Where'd it go? This one. You can use Urskea Shield, Harpy Mage, Rowan, Leprechaun, but replace out something like Leprechaun or Harpy Mage. Probably Leprechaun, actually. Replace out Leprechaun with whatever the event week troop is. So right now you can replace out Leprechaun with what's his name? String Fiddler. And just do it like that. And then boom, you just got yourself a great Explore team for plus 400 gold this week. Which would give you even more gold than what I just said. Or about the same, because this one actually wins a little bit slower though. But the 400 extra gold might make up for that lost time a little bit. But yeah, this is the cheapest thing you could build that would farm level 12 Explore really quickly with all the resources. Yeah, Urskea Shield, and that 3 times into Rowan. Harpy Mage for mana accumulation since you won't have Leprechaun for the start anymore. And yeah, just kill it with Rowan and use String Fiddler occasionally for your mana accumulation. But it would also give you 400 extra gold per battle. Though that does end tomorrow, or within the next few hours. The event is almost over. Though that does remind me, other than don't forget to go do your dungeons, don't forget, if you want to go try opening event keys to try to get Iron Gut, he is at this current moment in time, and for the next 4 hours and 16 minutes, he is available in the event key drop table until the event switches over to the next event. So if you still want to open event keys, Iron Gut is the exclusive mythic in the event key drop table right now. So do be mindful of that, as you have 4 hours and 60 minutes to still go get it if you have some event keys laying around and still on Iron Gut. You don't need more than 1 Iron Gut, so if you already have one, you don't need to go do it. But if you don't have any yet, if you still have some event keys, you can still try for it if you want. But yeah, don't forget about that. Other than that, the new mythic is still in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests until Friday reset, so the end of Thursday. So if you still want to do that, that's available. It's not really that good of a mythic, but if you want it for completionist purposes or, you know, just to have it around for utility for like Guild Wars or something, it is still available. Is Dragon's Eye good even though it got nerfed? In the current state of the game, I would not really advise using Dragon's Eye. They nerfed it in a lot of different ways, including most recently that his transform no longer counts as a kill. So you can't even use it for kill boost ratios on things that boost ratio based on kills. So overall, I'd probably say Dragon's Eye is not really worth using anymore in any situation. It was at one point really nice, though in the current state of the game, it just really isn't viable for much compared to using Mountain Crusher, Urskea Shield, Mang, and most of the other brown weapons that exist. There's just so many good brown weapons that they've just nerfed Dragon's Eye too many times for it to really be viable anymore. But yeah, I would hold off on ever really using Dragon's Eye. Just in the current state of the game, it really isn't worth bringing it out anymore. Anyways, any other questions or anything I missed? Otherwise, we'll be back about 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. Actually, about 3 hours prior to now tomorrow, since we'll be starting at about 7 or so p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a little hour earlier than normal. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Go do the Tower of Doom event and have a bunch of fun, giving out a bunch of redeem codes and all that good stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for stopping by. I will catch all of you guys hopefully soon, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll have the event video also hopefully up pretty soon. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone!